What if the next war is decided before the first missile is even launched? Not by pilots, not by generals, but by an artificial intelligence that thinks faster than any human alive. Imagine a fighter jet that can predict enemy moves, react in milliseconds, and strike with precision no human could ever match. If that sounds like science fiction, think again, because the United States Air Force is already working on something that could completely change the balance of power in the sky, and possibly put nations like Iran at a serious disadvantage. Hello everyone, welcome back to War Tech Edge. Today, we're diving into one of the most secretive and potentially game-changing developments in modern warfare, the US Air Force's AI-powered fighter jet, often referred to as a loop. What's a loop? This is not just another aircraft. This is a system designed to outthink, outmaneuver, and outfight anything currently in the air. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why experts are calling this a turning point in military history. From the outside, this aircraft doesn't just look advanced, it looks almost alien. The design is expected to follow stealth-first principles, meaning sharp angles, smooth blended surfaces, and minimal radar signature. Unlike traditional jets, loop-type fighters are likely optimized for invisibility across multiple detection systems, not just radar. Infrared suppression, reduced acoustic footprint, and even electronic signature masking are part of the design philosophy. This means that by the time an enemy detects it, the fight is probably already over. The shape itself is built for both speed and unpredictability, allowing it to change direction rapidly without losing control, something that becomes far more effective when paired with AI rather than human reflexes. Now step inside, and things get even more interesting. The interior is minimal, highly digital, and focused on integration. Instead of traditional controls and dozens of manual switches, everything is streamlined into a system where AI assists or even takes over decision-making. The pilot, if present at all, becomes more of a mission supervisor than a traditional flyer, relying on data feeds, augmented reality displays, and real-time battlefield analysis. When it comes to performance, this is where Loop truly becomes a nightmare for adversaries. Traditional fighter jets rely on pilot skill, training, and reaction time. Even the best human pilot has limits: fatigue, stress, and the inability to process multiple threats simultaneously. AI removes those limits entirely. These aircraft are designed to process massive amounts of data in real time. Enemy positions, missile trajectories, weather conditions, and electronic warfare signals, then make decisions in fractions of a second. This means loop-type fighters can dodge incoming missiles more efficiently, choose optimal attack paths instantly, and coordinate with other aircraft seamlessly. Imagine a swarm of these jets communicating with each other, sharing data, and acting as one unified system. This is not just faster, it's smarter warfare. And speed is only part of the story. These aircraft are also expected to reach extreme velocities and operate at high altitudes while maintaining full control, giving them a significant edge in both offensive and defensive scenarios. Safety features in a system like this go beyond protecting a human pilot. They focus on mission survival and system integrity. AI continuously monitors the aircraft's condition, predicting failures before they happen. If something goes wrong, the system can re-rate power, adjust flight parameters, or even abort the mission autonomously. In scenarios where a pilot is on board, AI acts as a co-pilot that never gets tired, never panics, and never misses a detail. It can override dangerous maneuvers, assist in emergency landings, and ensure that the aircraft operates within safe limits at all times. But here's where things start to feel almost unbelievable. The unique selling points of this technology are what truly set it apart. First, autonomy. Loop is not just assisting a human. It can potentially operate independently. This means missions can be carried out without risking human life, making it easier to deploy in high-risk environments. Second, adaptability. AI systems learn and improve over time, meaning each mission can make the system smarter and more effective. Third, coordination. These jets are designed to work alongside drones, satellites, and other assets, creating a fully integrated combat network. And then there's decision-making. In traditional warfare, decisions take time. Commands are issued, data is analyzed, and actions are taken. Loop compresses that entire process into milliseconds. It can identify threats, evaluate options, and execute responses faster than any human chain of command ever could. This is what experts refer to a decision dominance, and it could be the single most important factor in future conflicts. Now let's talk about cost, because technology like this doesn't come cheap. While exact figures are classified, advanced AI-integrated fighter systems are expected to cost hundreds of millions of dollars per unit when you factor in research, development, and production. However, there's a strategic trade-off here. By reducing the need for highly trained pilots and increasing mission success rates, these systems could actually lower long-term operational costs. Fewer losses, fewer training requirements, and higher efficiency could make this investment worthwhile for the military. But why is this being seen as a game-over scenario for countries like Iran? The answer lies in technological disparity. Nations that rely on older aircraft and traditional warfare strategies could find themselves unable to compete against AI-driven systems. It's not just about having jets, it's about having smarter jets. If one side can see, think, and act faster than the other, the outcome of a conflict becomes heavily one-sided. That said, it's important to understand that warfare is never determined by a single factor. Geography, strategy, alliances, and political decisions all play major roles. While Loop represents a massive leap forward, I cannot confirm that it alone would decide the outcome of any specific conflict. What can be confirmed is that it significantly changes how wars could be fought in the future. And this raises a bigger question: are we ready for this kind of warfare? When machines start making decisions at speeds humans can't match, control becomes a serious concern. Who is responsible if an AI makes the wrong call? How do you ensure accountability in a system that operates faster than human oversight? These are questions that military experts and policymakers are still trying to answer. What we're witnessing is not just the evolution of fighter jets. It's the beginning of a new era in combat. An era where intelligence, speed, and automation redefine what it means to have air superiority. Loop is not just a weapon. It's a glimpse into the future of warfare, where the line between human and machine becomes increasingly blurred. So as you think about this technology, ask yourself, if wars can be decided in milliseconds by machines, what role will humans play? Will we remain in control, or are we handing over the battlefield to algorithms? If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to stay tuned to War Tech Edge, because we're just getting started uncovering the technologies that are shaping the future of global power.